Okay, so hello everyone, and thank you for being here today. My name is Mary Lancel Abutan, and I am a PhD student at St. Joseph Institute of Technology. I am pleased to present my literature review, which examines the crucial intersection of multi-grade teaching, professional development, and teacher well-being, all viewed through the lens of self-determination theory. Okay, so this first slide introduces the core focus of my research. The title, Multigrade Teaching and Self-Determination, a literature review on professional development and teacher well-being. It clearly outlines the key variables I have explored in this study. So my goal today is to synthesize the current research and highlight how these areas are interconnected. Okay, so to begin, let's establish a clear understanding of what multigrade teaching entails. So it's a prevalent practice, particularly in remote and rural areas, where a single teacher is tasked with instructing students from multiple grade levels within one classroom. So it's an approach that, while necessary, places unique demands on educators or teachers. Okay, so as you can imagine, this environment presents significant challenges, no? The workload is immense. So teachers must create differentiated lesson plans for various age groups, manage a diverse set of learning needs, and navigate complex classroom dynamics, all often with limited resources and minimal institutional support. So these ongoing pressures can lead to a state of chronic stress, which can ultimately manifest as professional burnout. Teacher well-being is not a peripheral concern. It is fundamental to the entire educational process. So, a teacher who feels supported and psychologically healthy is more effective, more resilient, and more likely to remain in the profession. Conversely, a stressed and burned out teacher cannot provide the high quality instruction and positive environment that students need to thrive. So, my research now underscores the urgent need to protect and enhance this well being. So this brings us to the central question that guided my review. How do professional development interventions, when viewed through the lens of self-determination theory, impact the well-being of multi-grade teachers? So this question seeks to move beyond simply identifying problems and instead explores a potential solution grounded in a robust psychological framework. Okay, so to answer this, I have utilized self-determination theory or SDT, a widely respected framework developed by researchers Edward Deci and Richard Ryan. So SDT is a macro theory of human motivation and personality, which posits that individuals are driven by an innate desire for growth and well-being. It is founded on the satisfaction of three universal psychological needs. Okay, so SDT or self-determination theory proposes that to be intrinsically motivated and to feel a strong sense of well-being, individuals need to have their needs for autonomy, competence, and relatedness fulfilled. Okay, when we say autonomy, it is the feeling of having control over one's life and work, the sense of volition and choice. So, for example, for a teacher, this means having a say in the pedagogical decisions or curriculum design. The second one is competence. It is the feeling of being effective and capable. So, in a multi-grade setting, this is the confidence that the teacher can successfully manage multiple subjects and grade levels simultaneously. And then the last one is relatedness. It is the sense of belonging and connection with others. So this can include feeling supported by colleagues, school leaders, and the broader community. So when these three needs are satisfied, a person is more likely to thrive. Okay? So, how do we apply SDT to the challenges of multigrade teaching? So, this is where professional development comes in. Okay, PD or professional development should not be seen merely as a series of workshops, but as a strategic tool for supporting a teacher's psychological needs. So, by intentionally designing PD to address these three needs, we can move beyond simply teaching skills and begin to cultivate genuine well being. Okay, so PD can be a direct catalyst for building a teacher's sense of competence. For example, a workshop on creating a tiered learning environment or on implementing a project-based curriculum can provide teachers with the specific skills they need to feel effective in their complex classrooms. So, this newfound confidence and self efficacy are strongly linked in the literature to increase professional resilience and improve work life balance. Professional development is also a powerful antidote to professional isolation. So, multigrade teachers often work in remote areas with few, if any, direct colleagues. So, PD offers a critical lifeline by creating opportunities for connection. Through peer mentoring circles, collaborative planning sessions, and professional learning communities, teachers can share challenges, celebrate success, and build a supportive network. So, this sense of relatedness is crucial for reducing stress and fostering a sense of belonging. Okay, so as for the key findings from the literature, in synthesizing the research, a clear picture emerges. So the literature confirms that multigrade teaching presents unique challenges that directly impact well-being. It also demonstrates that PD can be an effective support mechanism, particularly when it's designed to satisfy the core needs outlined by self determination theory. Ultimately, a strong connection between needs based PD and positive teacher outcomes is evident. However, my review also revealed a significant gap in the current body of work. So, most existing studies tend to look at these factors in isolation. For example, examining multigrade teaching challenges separately from PD effectiveness. So, there is also a notable lack of integrated research that directly explores how a PD program explicitly designed to support SDT's three needs influences multigrade teachers' well being. Additionally, I found that many studies lack methodological transparency, making replication difficult. Okay, so in order to address these gaps, I recommend that future research adopt a more comprehensive approach. So we need to move toward mixed method designs that combine quantitative data such as well-being scales with rich qualitative data from interviews to capture teachers' lived experiences. So, furthermore, longitudinal studies are needed to track the long-term effects of these interventions on teacher well-being over time. Okay, so we now come to the conclusion. In conclusion, my literature review confirms that professional development is more than just a training tool. It is a vital support system for multi-grade teachers. By intentionally designing PD to nurture a teacher's sense of autonomy, competence, and relatedness, we can significantly enhance their well-being. This, in turn, is an essential step toward creating a more sustainable, effective, and supportive educational environment for both teachers and students. Okay, this final slide lists the key references that were synthesized for this literature review. Thank you all for your time and attention. Mabuhay ang mga bayaning guro.